Hello, I'm Professor Susan DeGize. This tutorial is on Practice 4.9. Directions. For A, write the key of the example, then write the scale degree numbers above the given melody. For B, write the key signature of the new key and add the same scale degree numbers above. Write the melody in the new key and add all appropriate musical symbols. All right, so let's do step A, and that asks to put the key first. So if we have 3 flats, we are in the key of E flat major. So I'll do this one. Okay, so now I'm going to write the scale degree numbers on top. So why don't you go ahead and do that on your own, pause the video, and press play when you're ready. Okay, so we start with 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 6, 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. The next step is to write the key signature of the new key. So why don't you go ahead and do that? So the new key signature is going to be 3 sharps. We need to rewrite the time signature. Let's go ahead and add the scale degree numbers here. All right. So when we are transposing this, what we want to do is we want to look at the range, meaning that we don't want to start too low or too high, because then we're going to need a lot of ledger lines. So the given melody here, the lowest note is E flat, which is scale degree 1, and the highest note is scale degree 7. All right. So we want to write our melody so that scale degree 1 is the lowest note and scale degree 7 is the highest note. So we can write scale degree 1 down here, but that's quite low. So what if we wrote scale degree 1 here? That means scale degree 7 would be up here, and that's okay. So that's a good range. So let's choose that, okay? Okay, so let me go ahead and do the first 2 notes for you. So I'm going to say in the key of A major, scale degree 3 is C sharp. So that C sharp is going to go here. It's a quarter note with a staccato, so I'm going to add that there. Then we go to scale degree 2, which is B in the key of A major, and again a quarter note with a staccato. So go ahead and do the rest of number 1B on your own. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 5. Now this might be a little tricky because this one gets an up stem, this gets a down stem, a down stem, a down stem. Now since the majority of them get down stems, I'm just going to make them all have down stems, okay? Because that's how it works when you have beamed notes. Okay, so notice here in letter A, this should have an up stem, up stem, up stem, and this should actually have a down stem. But because the majority have up stems, they're all beamed together as up stems. So I'm going to add this little slur here, and then add these staccatos here as well. Okay, now I have scale degree 7, which is G sharp with a staccato, scale degree 6 with the staccato, scale degree 5, and then down to scale degree 3 and 4 with 8th notes, and I'm going to put my slur in. Again, scale degree 5, down to 3 and 4, and back up to 5 with a half note. Okay, so now I need to add the dynamics. So it's piano. I'm going to show crescendo here, a diminuendo here, and I'm going to write in krish for crescendo. All right, let's see how we did. So first I'm going to play the original, which is a violin, but I'm going to play it on the keyboard. and it's transposed to the oboe, so maybe I'll switch instruments. Okay. It sounds pretty much the same, right? The only difference is that the tonic is different, but all the melody sounds the same, so we did a good job. All right. So now that you know how to do this exercise, why don't you do number 2 completely on your own, and then we'll check our answers together. Pause the video and press play when you're ready. All right, number 2. In what key is this? Well, with 2 sharps, it's in D major. And let's go ahead and write in the scale degrees. 1, 2, 1, 7, 4, 1, 7, 6, 6, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay. Now, this bottom part is in bass clef, right? So we're going to have to shift to bass clef. Okay, we're going to put in our key signature, which is 2 flats, our time signature, which is 3, 4. Now let's check out the range. The highest note here is scale degree 4, and the lowest note is scale degree 4. So what is scale degree 4 in B flat? That's going to be E flat. So I have 2 choices. I can go from this E flat to this E flat, or I can go from this E flat to this E flat. I'm going to choose this one because see how this has 2 ledger lines and this only has 1 ledger line. So I'm going to choose that as my range. Okay, so I'm going to start with scale degree 1. Now I'm not going to rewrite the scale degree numbers here because I'm going to refer to them up here. But if you wrote the scale degree numbers here, that's actually what the directions say to do, but I'm going to try to make this video less than 10 minutes long. Okay, so I'm going to start with B flat, which will go here, to C, to B flat, to A. So let's write in the rhythm correctly. We have a dotted 8th with a 16th, and a quarter, and a quarter. All right, then we have scale degree 4, which is going to be our high E, that has a down stem, and then we go to 1 and to 7. We got to put our slur in. Then we have scale degree 6, which is going to be G. So we have 2 G's, and we go down to our low E flat. So E flat F like this, and then 2 G's again. Now we have a bunch of articulation marks and dynamics, so let's go ahead and add those. We start forte, then we have a sforzando, then we have a staccatissimo and a tenuto. Then we have another staccatissimo and a tenuto. All right, I think that's it. So let's go ahead and listen. So here's the original. And here is the, let me switch instruments. Here is the cello that we wrote in B flat. Yep, it sounds the same, right? It's just in a different key. So don't forget to add all the dynamics and articulation marks. But basically, this is a very useful skill to have. As I mentioned in the book, you know, sometimes people's ranges don't really fit and you're going to be able to transpose things. It's a really great musical skill to have. You've now completed the tutorial for practice 4.9. Thank you for watching.